Namaste students. Let's start with the next topic of integration, that is integration using trigonometric functions. As we told you earlier also, trigonometry is very I can say the most important part, alright, and it is based for many topics in calculus. In differentiation you use trigonometry, alright. We use trigonometry in application of derivatives. Now we are going to use trigonometry in integration also. And the formulas of trigonometry are the most important. Fine. Because I told you, like, you can only integrate the functions whose formulae we have done. For example, if I look at the first question, I know the integration of cos x. I know the integration of cos x. The integration of cos x is what? Sin x. That's right. That is sin x. But I have cos square x. I don't have a differentiation of cos square x. Sorry, integration of cos square x. That means I need to remove this power so that it can come in a proper form to be integrated. Clear? So let's recall the formula. Do you remember we had a formula? Cos square x is equals to 1 plus cos 2x by 2. Number of times been told to learn the trigonometric formulas. Alright. So cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x by 2. So now, in place of cos square x, I'll put this. 1 by 2 being constant, it will go out. Now I'll integrate this. Integration of 1, that is x. Alright. Integration of cos 2x would be sin 2x, and the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x comes in denominator. The coefficient of x comes in denominator. 1 by 2, the integration of 1 is x. Integration of cos 2x is sin 2x, and the coefficient of x, which is 2, it comes in denominator. Alright, it comes in denominator. Clear to everyone? Alright. Now, so that means, what is the point? The thing is, I have to convert the question into that particular form whose integration I know. Whose integration I know. Because integration, you can only integrate the function whose formula we know. So your target is, you can't just integrate cos square directly. So you have to convert into some other function. Now talk about sine cube. Now cube comes in triples formula. Alright, this was a doubles formula of course. Let's try the triples formula. What is the formula of sine 3x? Sine 3x is 3 sine x minus 4 sine cube x. Let's find the value. So value of sine cube x will be 3 by 4 sine x minus 1 by 4 sine 3x. So our power is removed. Clear? Because my target was that. I can't integrate sine till the time 3 is there. The power is there. So what I have done, using this formula, I have found the value of sine cube, that is 3 by 4 sine x minus 1 by 4 sine 3x. Put the value. Integrate 3 by 4 as it is. What is the integration of sine? By now you will have learned the formulas. Integration of sine is minus cos. Minus 1 by 4 as it is. Integration of sine 3x minus cos 3x and divided by the coefficient of x. Whatever is the coefficient of x, because that's not a simple x, so that will come in the denominator. That will come in denominator. Is it clear, children? Alright, first of all, I need to remove this power because I know the integration of sine, but I do not know the integration of sine cube. So, square we have removed by doubles formula, cube we will remove by triples formula. Alright, now, coming to the third one. I have a multiplication of sine and cos. I have a multiplication of sine and cos. But I know the integration of sine 2x separately. I know the integration of cos 3x separately. But multiplication we have not done. So that means I need to think of some trigonometric formula where this multiplication can be split. This multiplication can be split. So what am I going to do? Just recall the formulas. You remember the formulas? 2 sine A cos B. What was the formula? Sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. Is it clear? Do you remember? 2 sine A cos B is sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. I hope everyone remember. So I don't have a 2 here. So if I match with it, so it will be sine 2x into cos 3x. I'm bringing this 2 here. It becomes sine A plus B. A plus B. So that is 2x plus 3x sine 5x plus sine A minus B. 2x minus 3x, that is minus x. And see, trigonometric formula, the most important thing. What is sine minus theta? That is minus sine theta. Minus sine theta. So that means sine 2x into cos 3x can be written as 1 by 2 sine 5x minus sine x. Let's substitute the value. That is 1 by 2 will come out sine 5x minus sine x to dx. Alright, sine 5x minus sine x into dx. Now I know the integration, it's very easy. From multiplication, my target is to convert into addition or subtraction so that every trigonometric ratio is separate and I can integrate that. What is the integration of sine 5x? The integration of sine 5x will be minus cos 5x upon 5. Alright? And what will be the integration of minus sine? That will be, sine is minus cos, so it will become plus cos. Clear? Alright, is it clear to everyone? So, what do we have to do when you have trigonometric functions, integration using trigonometric functions? Whatever the question is given to you, your target is to convert into that function whose integration I know. Is it clear? And for that you have to learn all the trigonometric formulas. If power is square, if power is 4, how to remove the power. For that doubles formulas we have. If it is cube, I have triples formula. If it is a multiplication of trigonometric formula, I have the set of formulas like this. So you have to learn all the formulae to do the trigonometric integration by using trigonometric functions. Let's take some more example of the same topic. For example, I have to integrate cos 2x upon cos x plus sin x dx. So first of all, my target is to convert this function into an easier one whose integration I know. Alright, so now you recall, we have this doubles formula. What is the doubles formula of cos 2? Cos 2x is cos 4x minus sine square x by, and it is cos x plus sine x whole square dx. Alright. Now this, I can apply the formula of a square minus b square on it. So it will be a plus b into a minus b fine. Now if you see, cos x plus sin x is here also, cos x plus sin x is here also, so I can cancel. So what am I left with? I am left with cos x minus sin x upon cos x plus sin x. Now what to do, students? As I told you in my previous lecture, that substitution method is the one method which will be applicable in all other methods of integration. Is it clear? So that means I have to think that now. I have to substitute that function whose differentiation is given. What is the differentiation of sine? cos, and differentiation of cos is minus sine. That means this is my function and this is the exact differentiation. So I'll put cos x plus sin x is equals to t. Differentiate both sides with respect to t. So it has become cos x minus sin x dx is dt, and I have 1 by t. So what is the integration of 1 by t? That we know by now, log t plus c. Alright. So put the value of t, that is cos x plus sin x. Alright, clear? So we have the integration of 1 by t, that is log t. Put the value of t, that is cos x plus sin x plus c. Alright, clear? Let's pick up one more example. I have 1 upon cos x minus a into x minus b. See, here it was possible. I had cos 2x, I have opened the formula, 1 got cancelled, and we have come to the conclusion. Now problem is, there is nothing in the numerator. Both the terms are in denominator. If I try to open this formula by cos A, cos B, denominator will keep increasing. That's my problem. So my target is to bring something in the numerator so that this denominator can be settled down. Alright, so few things you have to remember. There are different kind of questions. Always put a mark on that so that whenever you revise, you can go back to those questions. So in this, what am I doing? So we know that we can multiply and divide by any constant. So I am multiplying the integral by, see, in some questions we can multiply by cos a minus b also. That depends upon the denominator. Alright, one thing, if your question has both cos and cos or both sine and sine, you would be dividing and multiplying by sine a minus b. If you have either both cos or both sine, you will multiply by and divide by sine a minus b. If your denominator has, in this kind of questions I am talking about, please put a mark of it. If you have sine and cos combination, if you have a combination of sine and cos, then you will divide by cos a minus b and cos a minus b, divide and multiply. Alright, the reason you will come to know after this. If you have both cos, both sine, fine, you have to multiply and divide by sine. If you have one sine, one cos, you have to multiply and divide by cos. Now see, my target is to make something in the numerator which will be helping me to solve the denominator. Now denominator has the terms like cos x minus a and cos x minus b. So what am I doing? I want to introduce this x in the numerator. So once I have added x and once I have subtracted x, no problem. Alright. Now, treating this as one term, alright, I need x minus a. So what I'm going to do, I write x minus b here, this will be my one term, and I'm taking minus common from here and x minus a as one term. No problem? Clear? I have taken x minus b because I have to match with the denominator. So I have taken x minus b as one term. From these two terms I have taken minus common in this. Now apply the formula of sine a minus b. Now apply the formula of sine a minus b. Sine a minus b. What is the formula of sine a minus b? You all know. That is sine a cos b minus cos a sin b. Alright. Fine, we have applied the formula of sine A minus B, that is sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Alright. Now I have in the numerator, I have two terms. With the, I have this minus this, and denominator there is a single one. So I am going to split it now. So it will be sine x minus b cos x minus a upon and minus cos x minus b sine x minus a upon cos x minus a cos x minus b dx. So same terms I can cancel. अच्छा, now listen, this was the reason. When I have both cos और both sin, अगर यहाँ पर sin sin होता तो sin वाला portion cancel हो जाता. इसलिए जब नीचे दोनों cos या दोनों sin है तो we will divide by sin a minus b and multiply by sin a minus b, because sin के फॉर्मूला में एक sin होता है, एक cos होता है, एक cos होता है, एक sin होता है. Understood? अगर यहाँ पर एक sin और cos का combination होता तो यहाँ पर अगर दोनों terms, then I had to apply cos a minus b. तो उसमें क्या होगा? cos a minus b का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा? cos a cos b sin a sin b. तो एक term cancel हो जाएगी. That is the reason. All right, we will try that questions also. Now what are we left with? Sin x minus b upon cos x minus b, tan x minus b. Sin x minus b upon cos, that is, and in the method of substitution we have done the integration of tan, and I told you we can directly apply the formula. What was the formula? What is the integration of tan? Either it is minus log of cos x or it is log secant x. That's my choice. If I write log of secant x, what is secant? X is this. Minus log of plus c. Alright. Further, if you want to simplify, you want to write it as log m minus n formula. You would know the formula. Log m minus log n is log m so we can do that also. Is this clear? So again, once again, the trigonometric formulas are very, very important. You have to learn the trigonometric formulas by heart. Then only you will be able to solve the trigonometric questions.